Hello friends. Welcome back to the channel. Let me ask you this. Do you ever feel like you can understand English when it's slow, but the moment someone speaks fast, it feels like they're speaking an entirely different language? You watch Hollywood movies, maybe an interview, or you listen to native speakers, and suddenly all you hear is a blur of sounds, as if the words are glued together. If that sounds familiar, don't worry. You are not alone. Today I'll explain why fast English feels so difficult, and I'll also show you a clear, simple way to train your ears so you can finally understand it. The first thing you need to know is that native speakers don't always speak faster than us. What they actually do is connect their words. They don't carefully say each word like, "What are you doing?" Instead, they join it into one smooth sound like, "What ya doing?" They don't say, "I'm going to eat," they say, "I'm going to eat." They don't say, "Did you eat?" but "Did ya eat?" So what sounds like speed is really just connected speech. They cut some words, they merge others, and to our ears, it feels like the sentence disappeared. But if you train yourself to listen carefully, you'll realize the words are still there, just shortened and blended. Think of it like listening to a new song. The very first time, all you hear is noise. The second or third time, you start to notice a few words. By the 10th time, you can sing along with the lyrics. English is the same way. At first, fast English is just noise. But when you train your ears, it slowly becomes clear, and soon you can even repeat it. The best way to train yourself is to listen every day, but keep it short. Don't jump into 1-hour lectures or long movies. Instead, pick a short 1-minute clip, maybe a funny movie scene, a podcast, or a YouTube video. Listen to it again and again. The first time it feels fast. The second time, you catch a few words. By the 10th time, you start to understand almost everything. This daily practice is like going to the gym, but for your ears. Subtitles can also be very useful. In the beginning, watch with English subtitles so your brain connects the sounds to the words. But don't depend on them. After 1 or 2 listens, remove the subtitles and challenge yourself to listen without reading. This is when your ears really start working. You'll notice, for example, that when you read going to in subtitles, the actor actually said gonna. Or when you read wanna, they said wanna. Slowly, your brain will recognize these natural shortcuts. One of the most powerful exercises you can add to this routine is shadowing. Shadowing means you play a short clip, listen to one sentence, and then immediately repeat it aloud, exactly the same way. Don't just copy the words, copy the rhythm, the stress, even the emotion. If the speaker says, "How are you doing today?" you don't just repeat it flatly. You copy the same energy. "How are you doing today?" At first, it feels impossible, but after some practice, you'll be surprised at how much you sound like the speaker. And more importantly, you start to hear those fast connections in real conversations. Now, the truth is, fast English will always feel fast in the beginning. But if you keep listening daily, using short clips, practicing with and without subtitles, and repeating sentences with shadowing, you will notice a big change. After a few weeks, words that used to sound like noise will suddenly sound clear. And after a few months, you'll start understanding movies, YouTube videos, and even real-life conversations without subtitles. So remember, the problem is not that people are speaking too fast. The problem is that your ears are not trained yet. But just like any muscle, your ears get stronger the more you use them. Keep listening, keep repeating, and one day, fast English will sound slow to you. And before we finish, let me share one more secret that really helps. Don't just listen to English, but live in English. What I mean by that? Surround yourself with English every single day. Change the language on your phone to English. Listen to English songs when you're relaxing. Watch a short clip of an English show while eating dinner. Read the headlines of the newspaper in English. The more your brain hears the rhythm of the language, the easier it becomes to recognize even the fastest sentences. Another helpful trick is to slow down the audio. Platforms like YouTube let you reduce the speed to 0.75x or even 0.5x. When you slow it down, you can clearly hear how words are being joined together. First, listen slowly to catch the details. Then, play it again at normal speed. Over time, your ears will get used to the natural pace, and you won't need to slow anything down anymore. Also, don't underestimate the power of repetition. Many learners get bored when they watch the same clip again and again. But here's the truth. Repeating one short clip 10 times is more powerful than watching 10 different videos once. Repetition trains your brain to predict sounds. The first time, you only catch a few words. By the 10th time, your brain knows exactly what's coming next, and suddenly fast English feels simple. Now, I also want to remind you of something important. You don't need to understand 100% of fast English. Even native speakers don't catch every single word in a noisy conversation or in a movie. What matters is the overall meaning. So if you catch 70 or 80%, that is already enough to reply naturally. Stop chasing perfection. Focus on progress. Let's imagine your progress like this. In the first month, you'll still find it difficult, but you'll start recognizing small pieces. Maybe one phrase here, one sentence there. By the third month, your ears will already be sharper. You'll notice shortcuts like an a wanna, didja, without even thinking about them. By the sixth month, you'll be able to enjoy English shows and conversations much more comfortably. And after 1 year of steady practice, you'll look back and laugh at the time when fast English sounded like noise. So the journey is not about being perfect on day one. It's about slowly training your ears day after day. Just like learning a sport, learning music, or learning to drive a car, your brain needs time to adjust. The more you expose yourself to English, the more natural it will become. And finally, let me give you some motivation. Every fluent English speaker you admire today, whether they are actors, YouTubers, or public speakers, once struggled just like you. Nobody is born understanding fast English. They train their ears step by step, and so can you. Don't let frustration stop you. Instead, see every difficult conversation as practice. Every movie you don't fully understand is still a lesson. Every time you listen and try again, you are building fluency. So keep going. Be patient with yourself. Surround yourself with English. Practice daily with short clips. Use subtitles wisely. Try shadowing. Slow down the audio if you need. And repeat as much as you can. If you do this consistently, fast English will no longer feel fast. It will simply feel like English.